Welcome to GHOSTWATCH 2016. My name is Coriander Dickinson. I've seen a bunch of Kamen Rider.
My name's Heather Deary. I've seen some Sentai.
My name's Kate Stark. I still don't know what those words mean.
This time is episode 5 of Kamen Rider Ghost. Impact, the mystery Kamen Rider.
Yeah. Wait, what happened last time?
I remember there was a Mad Hatter,
Oh, right.
there was Newton, and other heroes?
And Urison actually did something.
For once.
We got 57 days left and 11 icons to get.
I mean, that seems pretty decent to me.
It's too bad Taco Time's having a hard time about everything.
Yeah. I think it opens on Akari in the science lab
Yeah.
Snapple HQ?
at Snapple HQ, that's right. Saying, like, wait, why are there other Kamen Riders?
Taco Time's like, I don't know.
Yeah, she's not thrilled about it.
No.
He's not thrilled about it.
She tries finding Gramps, and he doesn't respond. I don't know why she thinks...
It's like a
she'll hear him.
command-based thing.
Gramps, I summon you.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
Yeah. He's never around when people want him anyway.
But they're talking about how they need to get that icon back from that other...
Yeah, they need
Blue
Nobunaga
dude.
back.
Cool Blue Ranger.
Yeah, super cool. And then Taco, like, runs away.
He jumps over her head because she's sitting on the labby stairs, and he needs to get down.
The science lab is up on a loft in the basement, and so there's a very narrow staircase, and Taco just jumps down a floor.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Akari's sitting on the stairs, and he just jumps over her with, like, a really great impact on the floor. That's kind of like, yeah, you're pretty solid.
And then goes outside into the night and sits on the steps of the temple with some really, like, kind of sad, pensive music in the background as he stares at the moon.
Sulks at the moon.
Yeah.
Like he just, like, moon over there, full moon.
Cuts to Pretty Boy and Scary Mouth on the roof of a building.
With a lot of air vents.
Yeah, so it's all, like, steamy and foggy and mysterious.
I mean, that's what you want when you're clearly a villain and a pretty boy, right?
Who said Scary Mouth is a villain?
Well, okay, he's at least working with the villains.
He looks like a villain.
I mean, Scary Mouth is definitely a villain.
He's wearing all black.
At nighttime.
He has
On a
black
roof.
gloves, a black jacket, black shirt, black pants, a black belt,
Bad teeth.
black tie.
Scary Mouth is bad guy.
What if he's just a goth?
He is dressed for any occasion. Like, if he took that jacket off, and maybe the hat.
Office wear?
Yeah.
Or party wear?
Dinner party.
Oh. Lovely.
Maybe he has a presentation to give.
They're talking about icons being collected, though. Scary Mouth is all on about how you said you'd help me find things.
And Pretty Boy's all like, yeah, I am.
We can get on that.
I think Pretty Boy is a Kamen Rider. This is my prediction. I wrote it down. I mean, the things that he's saying are pretty Kamen Rider-esque.
I think that's a pretty good deduction. I think Kate's maybe catching on to how Sentai works. So that's good. Getting there, Kate.
Yeah, so
Getting
he
there.
has a handful of icons that he blues up and releases into the wild.
Right. Yes.
We cut to a sign that says Kanoko City Hall.
Yeah, and there's all of these kind of city planners or something around a table and some blueprints, and they're all very excitedly having a meeting. And then these icons, like, fly into the room.
And just possess them.
Yeah, and then directly into their bodies and their souls.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that people could see the blue icons. I thought the blue icons were ghosty. But they all of the guys react around the table. They're like, what? And then they get possessed.
The possessed.
I expected that they were going to actually show them being possessed this time around because we've finally established the fact that they can possess people. But yeah, you're right. This seems kind of weird. Maybe you just know if you're being possessed. Like when you get possessed by music, you can hear it.
can feel it.
So you can see the weird icons that are about to possess you.
Cut back to the temple, and Taco is walking around counting his icons. He's like, oh, Edison, Robin Hood, Newton. Yeah.
He only has, 4?
Yeah, he's getting a little obsessive about it.
He should know. He should know how many he has without having to do that.
And as he's walking past the doorway to the courtyard, there is a man standing there. He just walked up and is standing there and is looming. And then Taco looks at him and then looks back and just continues to walk past.
Can I just say, as soon as I saw this person, I was like, that's Blue Kamen Rider. That's him.
What would make you say that, Kate?
Well, he's dressed he's dressed all in a tight outfit. It's all black except the top part of his jacket is blue, and he has black hair, and he basically looks like him in his Kamen Rider outfit except in the daytime. It's so obvious.
And man, is he cool.
He looks really, really cool. He's wearing a tight leather coat. And then you see him compared to what Taco looks like. I don't know if we've ever described what Taco wears on the daily.
Okay, first off, his hair is dyed.
Yeah, Taco's hair is a kind of gingery, a dyed ginger color. He's wearing this floral
mixed pattern hoodie robe.
Yeah.
That he ties with another patterned belt.
He always wears the same kind of hoodie robe tied thing, but always different patterns. This is not always what he wears. Sometimes he wears one that has red and orange on it and blue. This one today is very florally, and it's got some weird yellow-blue thing going on at top.
Kind of looks like Minions, but I'm going to hope that it's not. But so basically, the juxtaposition between the two of them, Taco looks, like a normal dude, and then you go to this other dude, and he looks just so cool.
Very well put together.
Yeah.
He probably rides a bike.
Yeah, so they stare at each other, and then they walk away.
Well, no, the blue man just stands there.
Yes,
and Taco just walks
Taco
past.
walks back. That's right.
Maybe Taco thought he was ghosting, and so that this guy shouldn't be able to see him. And he was just
he really can't
weirdo.
keep track of his ghostness.
So Snapple has another client, and this time it is a small child.
Yeah, they're very excited because now children have even heard of them. They're getting popular.
Yeah, they're hitting the big time with the kid crowd.
The two pupils of the monk seem very excited and to have this child here to talk to as well.
One of them says that there's a problem with the school, and he's like, yeah, help me with my school problem. I expected this to be a common, school haunted thing. The kid would be like, oh, the old abandoned school building is haunted.
The abandoned school building that's behind our new school building is haunted.
Where you would normally have a test of courage or some sort of thing. But no, the kid is like, yeah, they're planning to demolish it and build a new city hall. It cuts to these protesters outside.
A flashback.
Yeah, and it was them holding signs, and they were kind of picketing around. And then it wasn't super clear, but I can only deduce that it was shots being fired through all the protest signs. And then he's like, no, but my mom got hurt and got shot in the hand.
And there was no one there. And I'm like, they're really, really aggressive in their protesting for no one being around.
Yeah.
Taco Time, he's just not into any of this. He's like, okay, there's a case, I'm sitting here, but I'm just gonna kind of wander off.
Well, he's got that problem because there's another Kamen Rider.
Well, yeah, but he's running the Snapple. He's got to focus on work.
He's not running Snapple. Onari's running Snapple.
Okay, well,
he's
he needs to be
part
better.
of Snapple. It's very important that he is a part of Snapple. But he just kind of wanders off into the next room, and Onari walks in, and it's like, you can't walk away from this.
Taco tells Onari to go check with Akari instead of harassing him, and Onari's like, you don't walk into the beast's lair without expecting to be killed. Cut to
the nerdiest Akari ever, wearing giant round nerd glasses, a headband.
Yeah. Do you know about the headband thing, Kate?
No.
In Japanese popular culture stuff, when they're studying really hard, they'll wear a headband that will often
with
have
a slogan on it.
A slogan that's you can do it or work really hard or something, to partially to tie their hair back, but also to just show how much they're going to work and be really aggressive at their studying.
It's like a reminder to focus.
Apparently, that's the secret to success. We should all be wearing those right now. I think one of my favorite parts about Akari's outfit, and all of her outfits, is she has really adorable earrings. In the past, they have been molecules and adorable things. Today, she has the little symbol for pi, and I think that is super cute. Yeah. But she's doing some science on her computer.
She's like, I can prove that this is all scientific.
Yeah, it's nothing science can't explain.
Yep, gonna work really hard at that.
And Gramps is creeping.
I wish Gramps would not creep around Akari. It's really creepy.
Gramps is creeping as a ghost, but he's dressed as Einstein.
Again.
And he's like right beside Akari and says, I love how intense she gets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes me want to help her.
And yeah, because doesn't she get a thought for a moment? She's like, yeah, wait, you're here?
Well, I think she's starting to maybe be able to sense Gramps. Or she just always assumes that he's there. So she's like, what, Gramps, are you here? Help me out. Answer my questions, old man.
She looks back at this point, and he seems kind of surprised, but she walks through him, and then he's disappointed because he's like, oh, well, I kind of thought she could see me.
And so he starts to leave, and then she's like, don't you dare leave. And he's like, can you see me? And she can't. No, she cannot see him.
She's going to be able to one day, I think, without glitter sparkle gun.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to happen. We cut back to a protest going outside where the flashback protest was.
This time they're outside of the school gates on the road instead of like just near an empty office building in a parking lot.
Yeah.
This is where City Hall wants to build the new City Hall, I think.
They want to demolish the school.
To build City Hall.
Yeah.
So we have Onare and Tako and this kid walking down the street towards the protest.
Kid's like, hey, Mom. And then everything blows up. Like, they all get shot.
Yeah, clearly bullets this time.
And it's not Michael Bay levels of blowing up, but it's definitely bullets everywhere.
There's like little sparks and stuff.
Yeah, but you can kind of see it on the signs where, like, the holes are. They turn around to look, and they see a Ganma in the back of a car.
It is the dumbest looking thing we've seen in a while. It appears to be a man with a hat in the back seat of this car with like a gun for an arm, kind of like Barrett from Final Fantasy.
He's got holes in his hat with what looks like tissue paper coming out of them, which I think are supposed to be like gunshot holes.
Yeah, or like plastic or something coming out of it, but it's meant to look like it's like smoking out of the holes, and his arms too.
Yeah, and there's a nondescript Ganma in the driver's seat in front of him.
It looks really dumb.
Yeah, that Ganma cannot fit in that car properly if it had a roof. He's too large.
So we expected at this point that the driver Ganma would just like hit it and wheel off into the distance, and they'd be like, haha, here's a glimpse of your future combat.
But Tako just like walked up to the car and was like, let me go after them. And then the guy who shot just got out of the back seat and was like, hey, I'm here.
So we got a better look at him. So he's wearing a kind of leather suit.
Jacket thing, yeah.
With a big red flower on the lapel.
His tie is diagonally red and purple striped, but also looks like it's made of leather.
And he's got like a white silk scarf.
And then he has a matching colored hat with a red band around it, which almost looks like it's a cowboy hat with less cowboy.
Can I just talk about his, like, on the sleeve of his jacket, the buttons are bullets.
Yeah, it's so good.
So cool.
And then he's got like Jaws face.
Like metal robot
Jaws. That's weird.
And then blue eyes and this black
kind of
mask.
like how they did the Mad Hatter face, but now he's got metal jaw.
Yeah.
Well, I think like this Ganma has like fully formed eyes that have texture instead of just being like a featureless blank space with blue behind it.
And then the tissue paper or the plastic or whatever it is coming out of the hat and the armholes and the shoulder and around to look like smoke.
Yeah, around those holes it's kind of got like a burnt look.
Yeah.
Like,
so as if he himself has been shot.
He's clearly supposed to be an Italian gangster.
Yeah. And then his right arm is just...
It's a Gatling gun with
Gatling gun.
Finger gun things and a big, what is it, like circular magazine? I can't remember what they're called.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like a Tommy gun would have.
It's real dumb looking, but it's funny.
So Taco transforms to fight him, and while he's transforming, the gun was shooting at him, but the ghost jacket pops out and blocks all of the shots.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I want to be clear. It appears that the ghost jacket is impervious to bullets.
Yeah, it's just putting itself out there. But you know what? This makes me want to have a ghost parka. Like, forget bulletproof vests. Ghost parka that gets out in front of you and blocks a whole bunch of bullets seems really useful.
Ghost parka for president.
Right?
So after he transforms,
he gets shot
Ghost.
again.
He gets shot again, and he
this
falls
time it
down.
hurts him. So I wanted to point out that the ghost jacket's impervious to bullets because now he's wearing it, and now the bullets hurt him.
Yeah, so it's, I don't know, it's very strange. But he's like, okay, well, let's use our Newton icon.
And we're like, you don't have to just use it because it's new.
Well, I mean, there's that. I really thought that the Newton icon would not be within his collection because Urisen last episode was all like, well, it's an emergency, you can use this. So I assumed Urisen took it back. Like, I assumed he couldn't have it.
I wouldn't let Urisen take that back.
Well, no, but
he got it for his collection. It counted towards his
tiny
total.
Puppet's hands.
He turns into Newton, and New Ganma shoots bullets at him, and he uses the repulsion hand to repel the bullets back into the New Ganma, and it's amazing.
is he ever going to use the attraction hand?
Down the road, I mean, how many episodes of the show are there? Another like 40 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
he'll
he's
use
got
them.
time.
He'll use them.
So the Ganma retreats back into the car, and this time just peels away. And he's like, oh no, he's escaping.
Ghost Striker he comes out of a portal.
Urisen pops up and summons the bicycle.
Motorbike.
Yeah.
Motor bicycle.
Then they have
Ghost Striker.
2016
President.
for Prez
Ghost Striker for president.
with Vice Prez Urisen.
I don't know if I would vote for that ticket.
I would. Okay.
He helps when
Can
necessary.
we step back a second? He should totally give Urisen the Newton jacket back because I want to see Urisen with a tiny ghost parka.
That would be adorable.
Agreed.
I think this whole situation was just a reason for them to film a car chase because there really wasn't any use for it other than that.
Well, Ganma's shooting out the back. They get to blow up another car and make it swerve off the road.
They initially showed you that Ganma in a car. I feel like it was a thing of we have to use this car.
I guess. They're going down the road, and they're shooting, and then out of nowhere, Blue Kamen Rider comes in on a way cooler bike.
Way better bike.
It's so cool. And then, oh my god, they have a bike fight.
Yeah, like Blue Kamen Rider's trying to knock Taco Time off the road. Taco Time goes up on a higher road.
And then Blue Kamen Rider is spinning around on the front tire of his bike in circles. And then Taco comes towards him, and Blue Kamen Rider knocks him out of the air with the back wheel of his bike, and it's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
I feel like Taco Time was really dumb coming at us. Like, why would you go at a bike like that?
You're not expecting to be hit out of the air with another bike?
Not with that amount of force.
No.
Like it was like an explosion, and it blew the bike away from shot, and it blew Taco like 20 feet into a different area.
Because, of course, that happens.
Well,
but then,
yeah.
it's Kamen Rider Ghost. But then Blue Kamen Rider walks over to Taco, and then they have some hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah. They're throwing punches a lot.
It's mostly Taco throwing punches, because he cannot hit Blue.
It's true. Blue is dodging left and right, but he does punch him once really hard in the helmet. Just goes poof.
Oh my god. So, Taco transforms into Edison. Blue Kamen Rider transforms into Nobunaga, and this is the first time we've seen the Nobunaga jacket on someone. And it looks dope.
And it has a rifle.
Yeah, it does. It looks so cool. We described what it looks like in the last episode, but like IRL, it looks amazing.
Wait, on his helmet with the Nobunaga, isn't that 2 rifles crossed?
On his face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Yeah, and so he's got like, okay, so the rifle is less cool than the outfit. It's blue and orange and gray and plasticky, and it looks like a reacher grabber.
Well, yeah, it looks like something made by Nerf.
It does, actually. But the jacket is on point.
It's a good jacket.
He looks badass, honestly. Like, I would be scared to battle this.
Well, he's very confident in his demeanor, so...
Yeah, so Taco goes right for the big guns with his Edison Omega Drive. What is it called?
It's called Edison Omega Drive.
Edison Omega Drive. And while he's in the air, Blue uses what appears to be the Nobunaga Drive.
Omega Spark.
Yep.
Where, like, 50 guns appear around him and all shoot Taco Time.
Yep. And they knock him right out of his transformation.
Yes.
He's like, I'm going to take Edison now.
And Taco is just holding Edison icon in his hand, and he takes it out of his hand and then kicks him. And then says something along the lines of, why would you give up your life for someone else? You're so soft.
You're weak.
Oh, I thought he asked, would you be willing to give up your life for someone else?
Yes. Correct.
Okay. My notes are very hard to read.
No, you're good.
He does call him weak. He constantly tells him how soft he is.
And then he de-transforms, and we see cool dude confirmed.
Yeah, confirmed cool guy is Blue.
Yeah, Taco Time's all like, the guy from the courtyard earlier in this episode.
And it's like, really? Come on. That was obvious. He leaves Taco laying on the ground near a pond and walks away to find Pretty Boy. And Pretty Boy thanks Blue for getting back his icons.
Yeah, for helping him with his Ganma mobster thing as well.
Yeah, for intercepting Taco and letting the mobster escape.
And he's all like talking about him being his best friend
and helping out.
The best friend thing was weird.
It really adds to your deduction about Pretty Boy becoming a Kamen Rider.
Totally a Kamen Rider.
Because I figure they probably both met at a Kamen Rider singles night.
Like speed dating?
I was going to say like speed friendship.
Oh.
Yeah,
like,
speed friendship.
It did not work out well for them.
No.
Like, cool dude is clearly too cool for Pretty Boy.
For sure. Well,
Pretty Boy is trying to act cool.
Pretty Boy dresses super cool.
I feel
like that.
They were both friends. And then they had a disagreement. And then Pretty Boy was like, no, I'm going this way.
I'm going to hang it with Scary Teeth Man. And cool dude's like, I don't like that guy.
He's got scary teeth.
I'm going to do my own thing.
And they disagreed about new friend. And now they can't be friends.
Oh.
It's a sad friendship. They'd be friends later, maybe.
So Taco is lying on the ground near this pond by himself. He's all cut on his face. It's sad. And then Akari and Unari.
And Child,
which we don't really know his name. Oh, we did get his name earlier. Kana, I think, was it?
Yeah.
Something. It's not relevant.
Not really, just Child. They run in and they're like, we found you! Oh no.
Are you okay? Did he do this to you?
I'm not okay. Leave me alone.
And he's like, am I too soft? And then Unari and Akari have like a really great argument. Because Unari starts to tell him about how there's a weakness that he hasn't uncovered or something. And Akari's like, whoa, salt in the wound, what are you doing? And Anari's like, no, pain is good, it means the wound's being cleansed. That's good.
Akari's all like, no, it's just neurons and receptors and...
Feelings don't have real meaning.
Pain doesn't mean things.
So Taco's lost in thought about being soft, and then he thinks about his dad.
The little boy comes up to him and like tugs at him. I can't remember what he says, but he's upset.
Well, he's like, did you figure it out? And Taco's like, no. And he's like, well, then you didn't do anything. And then Child leaves.
Yeah, Child was not happy.
It's about time Child left.
Taco Time goes all ghosty ghost and walks up to the sign that had been filled with bullets, still talking to his dad about being too soft.
And then he goes on a ghosty skulk through the construction site.
And he finds those guys from earlier who got all possessed with like a blueprint with a big eye on it.
Like, we're going to help the Ganma.
Yeah, it's an important place for Ganma.
Yeah, we should talk really loudly about how we're working for Ganma.
And Yurison pops up and is like, you could deal with these guys, you know?
And then Taco's like, oh, okay. And then he transforms.
And like ghosts through the wall while transforming.
Yeah, which
is
is
real cool.
Pretty cool.
It's a good time saver.
And he basically just sees the guys and he says, I'm going to exorcise you.
And he does. He just draws the symbol and then the Gamma icons pop out.
Which turn into Ganmas.
Yeah, the generic black
kind.
ones.
He kills 3 of them.
2 of them run outside, and as Taco goes through the wall, a rain of bullets block him from taking them out.
Italian mobster Ganma has shown up now.
And is like, you messing with my family.
The
Mi familia.
Yeah, that one.
Which is when we knew he was meant to be a mobster.
For sure.
Yeah.
Mobster
confirmed. He shows up. Taco Time's gonna... You can't hurt me with your bullets if I'm Edison. Pulls out the Edison icon. Ends up dropping it. Inari and Akari get taken by those other 2 generic black Ganma. And the icon he's holding is on the ground, and he's all like, oh no, what do? I can't make this choice.
And the Gamma's like, no, I'll make this really simple. I'm going to kill you and your friends.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So he shoots him a bunch. And then my thought immediately was, oh no, Taco got shot. Oh no, he's dead. Oh wait, he's a ghost.
We did not get fooled this time.
I almost got
remembered
fooled.
He was dead all along.
Literally my notes, all caps. Shoots Taco everywhere. He falls. Oh my god, is he dead? Wait, he's a ghost.
Blue Man shows up. We get to see his transformation,
which is so slick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's got some good music.
We find out his name.
Spectre.
But he does like this cool thing where he like opens the compartment on his driver belt and then like drops the icon from above instead of shoving it in.
Yeah. I don't need to place it carefully into the belt. I know if I drop it from this height, it will go in. I'm that cool.
And so he's walking up into the scene, and the guy was like,
what you doing here?
What you doing? And he's like, I'm just going to go over here. And the Ganma shoots him.
Yeah, he's mad. He's like, no, my scene. I'm taking revenge on my family. You need to leave. I'm going to shoot you.
So what Blue does next is amazing.
Spectre.
What Spectre does next is amazing. He pulls out a blue icon and he drops it into his cool belt and he summons like King Tut.
Yeah, that was
common.
That was not expected at all. I didn't think he had any icons.
I thought Nobunaga's jacket was my favorite one. Nope. That got swiftly replaced by Tutankhamun's jacket.
Oh, wow.
It's so cool. It is like a metallic blue with a lot of gold on it.
That's like green, because he's blue.
Yeah, it's green.
Oh, it's like a metallic greeny
but
blue.
It works so much better with the blue from his other part of his outfit than the purple in the Nobunaga jacket. It just really works for him.
Yeah, it does. It looks rad.
He's got like a little pharaoh headdress thing
with like the I say it's
like
blue.
a combined cobra looking hood.
I just say it's blue because I know blue and gold was a very Egyptian color. So I think that's where my brain's going. But it's got like the green and gold like stripes on the side of the headdress, which also are mirrored down the lapels in his jacket.
And over his shoulder are like these gold hands that would appear like they're crossed.
Oh yeah, like on
a
sarcophagus.
Yeah. That is really cool.
Oh. Yeah, this is now my favorite jacket too.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's stupid.
His gun is dumb. The gun is from the Nobunaga jacket.
Cobra phone appears and crawls up the gun and then latches onto the end and becomes a scythe blade.
Snake phone, so cool.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
I'm disappointed that Condor phone didn't come out to meet Snake Friend.
I mean, just taking a day off. So he uses something called Omega Fang.
Works really well with Snake.
The Ganma's standing there, and this giant pyramid appears behind him with an eye on it. And the eye expands into, like, a sucking void that pulls the Ganma inside the pyramid.
Mobster Ganma gets sucked inside. His jacket gets immediately ripped off of him, and he shatters.
Just poofs.
He gets wrecked.
And his hat gets left behind on the ground because that was clearly his object.
Yeah, and then that shatters.
And then we get Spectre walks up and he just takes the Newton icon.
He's just like,
mine now.
F you, I'm taking this. This is mine now.
And Taco's like, no, not again.
Yeah.
Oh, but then, oh my god, this is amazing. They both Omega Drive.
Yeah,
like,
they do the fiery kick at each other.
Each other.
Yep.
And then their, like, glowing calves hit each other. And then there's a light show, basically. There's just, like, orange on one side and blue on the other side, and it's amazing. And then they fire back from each other.
And Taco loses badly.
Yeah.
He gets de-costumed again.
De-jacketed.
Yeah.
But then it shows him laying on the ground holding his icon.
But it's the Newton icon.
It's the Newton icon.
Because at first it's like, oh no, that's the icon he used to transform. And Spectre's going to take it from him. Oh no, wait. Spectre's upset because it's the Newton icon. And he took it out of his hands when they were busy Omega driving.
And Inari's like, oh, there's a fire thief. There's a fire thief over here. Trying to distract him.
Yelling about any disaster
pull people in.
To get anyone's attention. There's no one nearby. But Spectre's like, fine, whatever.
Walks away defeated.
I'll get all your stuff later. And he just like slowly walks away all casually.
Yeah, and he's basically like, I'll have all of your stuff at some point, so I'm fine with this.
And so Taco just sulks away again.
We come to a bridge at that point. We see Spectre with Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy's laughing because the work that they were having done at the building is already complete. He's like, yeah, it's great. It's fine. I got all the things I needed done over there.
Right, and then there's a giant glowing eye, evil eye on the construction site.
As you do.
We quickly break back to the shrine at that point, and I think it's Onari is talking to the child about how it's great because City Hall's reviewing its plans, so, you know, everything's fine now.
Everything's okay.
They're not
Mom's
gonna...
okay. Mom's not going to get
Yeah.
shot again from protesting.
Problem solved.
And then Taco goes to visit Dad's grave, which is outside of the temple. And he's sitting there and he's like praying and whatever, talking to his dad.
Having a very sweet moment.
And then Onari and Akari come out.
And they want to eavesdrop on him?
I thought they wanted to, like, help him.
Well, they want to be like, I wonder what he's saying with his dad.
Alright, so they really want to eavesdrop on him, but they probably try and pretend to hug him or something, at least. I think they can't. Onari tries to walk through, and he bounces back, and he's like, oh, spiritual force field.
And Akari's like, no. And touches it. And it is there. There is actually a force field.
Yeah, it sparks at her.
And he just put it up so he could have some alone time with his dad at his grave. Which I think is kind of sweet.
He's still doing the same kind of sulking thing he was doing at the beginning of the show, but now he's more like, Am I really cut out for this?
And it starts cutting between him and Blue Man, because Blue Man is like looking at an icon in his hand, and he's like, wait for me, and puts them side by side on the screen while they're contemplating.
Yeah, like we've got Blue Man and
Spectre.
Spectre, and Taco Time is, his color is obviously orange.
Yeah.
Blue and orange are opposites, right?
I think they're complementary colors.
The two are going to be friends. They're going to become friends over flashbacks, I think.
They probably will, actually, now that you mention it.
I think Taco Time was too late to the Kamen Rider party to make the singles Kamen Rider mixer that the Pretty Boy and Spectre met at.
for free.
Yeah. Which is too bad. He might be underage for that anyway.
He looks pretty young.
Isn't he 19?
I don't know what drinking
I thought
age
he
is
was
in
18.
Japan.
I thought he turned 18. Yeah, and I think drinking age in Japan might be 19. But it might be 21. I have actually no idea.
No, neither do I. But it puts their number of icons that they both have beside each other on the screen, and they both have 3.
Yeah.
So together they have 6.
However, Taco has less now than he did at the start of this episode.
Yeah.
And they still have, 50-something days?
It was 57 at the beginning.
So it's almost halfway through the deadline.
And now he has less than he should have. He's goofing.
Those two are going to have to fight over them, unless there's more than 15 heroic icons they can use.
There must be more than 15 heroic icons, but getting them is a lot of work.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense that they become friends, and then Spectre, gives them to Taco at the last minute so he can be saved.
But I think Spectre wants them for himself, and I think it's for the same reason that Taco does, that someone is dead that he wants to bring back.
I'm assuming that he's going to have the same kind of deadline, though. So I wonder if he has a much tighter deadline than Taco Time has right now.
Well, it looks like he's maybe been doing this for longer because he looks so cool and he's so swish about it. And he's, more skilled.
Mm.
When they were fighting, he was obviously better. So it's possible he's been doing this longer.
Maybe he actually took his training seriously, unlike Taco.
True.
Maybe he had a better guide than Gramps.
Maybe it is Gramps, who is his guide as well.
Are you suggesting that Gramps is maybe not exclusive to Taco Time?
Well, I mean, he's always disappearing, and he's never actually, around when he's needed.
But he set up that Kotatsu. He lives there.
I mean, that could just be, a space situation.
He might not get along with the living arrangements he had with Spectre. Oh, Gramps gave Taco Time Condor phone. He probably gave Spectre Snake phone.
Oh, my God.
I wonder what kind of phone Pretty Boy will have if he is also a Kamen Rider.
A Motorola flip phone.
Maybe an iPhone.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's awfully fashionable.
He is. He's in the future. I like the sound of this. I like where this is going.
Yeah, I like this fanfic I'm creating in my head.
If you would like to make fanfic and send it to us, please send it to @GHOSTWATCH2016 on Twitter. We will pick the best, and the winner gets nothing.
The end.
Thank you for listening. It's been great having you.
It's been having you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.